Test. Okay. Well, shoot. What's up, Sinister? Still haven't gotten the fucking let's just do this. I think that's a little bit better. Someone figured out the frickin' music, wasn't wanting to cooperate with me. Should have spent some time with it this week. Alright, let's see here. Well, today we're going to do something I really don't want to do, which is replace this LCD connector, which I fucking hate doing, but I have to do it because it won't work otherwise. So, pull the board out, get the connector off. Let's see what happens. Oh man, I really gotta organize this bench. And we got here's a tri-wing tip. I still haven't found that missing bit from last week, have I? God dang it. Forgot I lost that. Sure it'll show up at some point. Yeah, let's pull this board out here. I think I only have one screw holding it in. Yeah, and then I just got my usual suspects. Pull the power out. Probably should have done that first. I hate this connector. Oh my god. I guess I must have left some flux in there or something because that is not happy. I have to put some alcohol in there or something to clear that up. And it's a little stiff, which is fine, but alright. So also I didn't pull the power off. Okay. Lumpy! Okay. Let's see here. Alright. Do I not have autofocus going? I'm all over the place. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you can see, like, I don't know. I got this, and this thing was melted right melted right here, and I was just trying to see if I could maybe make it work, and nah. So whoever had this one before me definitely tried to replace this connector and did a pretty bad job of it because half the shit's fucking melted. So I don't know what they did, but we're gonna have to get a new one, put it on, and I hate this job. Yeah. Enhance. 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 I think it's these guys. Oh. Well, one of these arrived completely frickin' destroyed. Yeah? Yay? Nay? No? Wait a minute. That's the wrong one? Is it this one? I have to switch the light. Row. I'll be a little upset. I swear to God this is right, though. This has got to be right. Oh, I'm an idiot. I do need a switch light collect. This is a switch light, not a switch. Jesus. I've only had a cup of coffee, so I'm not really firing all cylinders right yet. Is that the doodad for the game cartridge? No, this right here is the LCD connector. The doodad for the game cartridge is right here. That's the FPC connector for the game cartridge, and then let's see here. If I do this, bring you back up. So this is the actual game cartridge reader, right? And so the audio jack hooks into that, and that just kind of slots in here and hooks into the FPC connector right there. So let's see here. But this guy is very, very much destroyed and not working. It works if I press on it, but seeing as you can't do that when you're playing video games, it needs to get replaced. And as we can see, I've done this before, so I've got a brand new one to put on. Okay. Yeah, so I got to get this thing put into a vise and slather it in some flux, and pray to God I don't wipe off a whole bunch of freaking, see all these tiny ass little capacitors and all this shit. The best part about this job is underneath that, which I've got to solder through, is this guy right here. And this guy is a BGA chip, so if I fuck it up, I'm pretty screwed. I think I've got a couple of spares, but yeah, I'd rather not have to deal with putting that sucker back on, because it's not fun. So really what I got to do is just I'm going to get this guy off. And I got a new one right here. Maybe we can see, yeah, it's perfect replacement. Yeah, that's the good one. A little magnetic spot stick you in my handy dandy board holder here in a second. Figure out exactly how I'm going to do this. Oh, that didn't work. Okay. Oh no. Well, I just screwed something up here. And now my stick vise is not sticking through. What the heck? Oh, I think that might be it. Son of a gun. There we go. Okay. Whew. Scared me for a second. I got our handy dandy little stick vise. I've just got to figure out the best way to hook it in, because I think that should work. I think that should be okay. Yeah, that'll be fine. I'll zoom in a little bit. Okay. Alrighty. I'll be right back. I gotta do one thing here. Okay, let's see. All right. Back at it. Okay. Coffee, flux, hot air. In that order. So let's get this off the screen. Do this. Most annoying part about the fucking microscope. Okay, let's see here. We got flux around here somewhere. There you are. Okay. Oh, for those who don't know, flux just helps solder flow. Also lets me know when the board's reaching a good temp because I gotta watch it boil. And doing it now will make it a little bit easier on me later because there'll be flux on the board already. And a little there. We're gonna flip you up. And a little there. Flux everywhere. Yay. Okay. Let's get you a little bit better center here. Okay, so basically I'm going to heat up from underneath the board. Wait till all this stuff melts. And then, hopefully, yeah. Pull this off without much issue. You know what? I'm going to do this, see if we get a little bit. There we go. Slightly better. Still working on the lighting. I bought some new lights, but still think I need better lights. You can see the flux starting to bubble. Almost there. Come on, there we go. Pretty clean pull. Kind of happy with that. But proof is in the pudding because I know I tapped the bottom of the board like twice. So let's take a look at that and make sure I didn't destroy anything there. Looking good, looking good. Yep. Not bad though. That's a pretty easy fix. It still should work just fine, but definitely did move it. Everything else looks fine though. I don't see really any damage. It looks all good. Just that one slightly nudged cap. Pretty good. Okay. Alrighty. So we are going to move back to the bench here. I want to put a little more solder on these pads, I think. Let's see here. Sorry guys, I'm still getting used to paying attention to chat comments. I'm using the wrong mouse too. I can't see what you wrote, Thundy. Well, Thundy, no, I did kind of adjust the volumes of my mic, and the hot air station's a bit far away from it, so you're probably not hearing too much from it. And the fan's not that loud, but it is loud. And lump, I heat from behind because if I heat from the top, it's just going to melt the plastic connector. They don't take much heat, you know. So you want to heat from the bottom of the board so that you don't actually destroy the connector you're trying to put on, which is pretty easy to do. Which actually, if you were looking at the last one that was there, that's the whole reason why it was destroyed, is because it got probably heated from the top or close to it. Yeah, I need me some water for my soldering iron. I get this sponge wetted up and clean my tip off. Should be a good job right there. Yeah, well, Thundy, when I get my new, I'm getting a new one, and I don't know if you saw me post that the other day, but I actually just ordered a bigger station or better station. So that one's got a turbine pump. This one's got the air pump built into the handle, and does a good job. But I think the other one has way more airflow, so you spend a lot less time on the board. Some more fluxy flux here. Should be really all I need. I don't need much. Maybe a little bit more, but autofocus. I hate you, and I love you, and I hate you. Mostly hate, but I do love it when I need it. I wish there was an easier way to just do what I'm doing here besides having to use the mouse. If I could just click a button on the camera, that would be freaking amazing. But I don't know. I didn't know that before I bought it. The autofocus helps, but man, it really gets in the way when you got to work on the board. You can't work with autofocus on the board. It's probably why a lot of people opt for an actual microscope, but I'm good with this. Let's see here. Okay, we're going to put some more solder on these pads, just a little bit of fresh leaded solder. Just got a little dab will do me here. Missed a couple at the end there. Really just kind of want to rub that little solder ball over the pads rather than the iron tip so it doesn't suck the solder off the pads. It's a little bit easier said than done sometimes. And see, the guy who was doing the work before me, when he lifted that last connector off, you could see like all the brown. He pulled the solder mask off with the connector, which generally points to the fact that he didn't have the board hot enough when he pulled it off. So it just came right up with the solder off the pads. I could fix it, but it's really not that big of a deal. Let's see here. Is it looking all right? I can't see shit like that. I think we're good. So now I got to put the autofocus back on, check out these pads, make sure they got enough solder on them. And they're looking okay. Not the best, but let's see what happens when I... Yeah, see, and it doesn't like shiny stuff either. As soon as you get the focus, you just got to get it to focus off the shiny stuff. There we go. And then do that real quick. I'm just going to kind of... I want to wet these pads and get rid of those little peaks. You should see kind of everything kind of flow here in a second. There we go. Okay, that should make getting the connector on just a little bit easier. Okay, I'm going to get you back in the board holder again. Let's see here. I did like, what was it? It was like this before. Just like that. Ooh. Probably should be using my other vise for this job. I just like this one. Okay. Pull you back out. Zoom out just a little bit. Okay, now we gotta get you focused again. See, it just doesn't like shiny stuff. It's so annoying. Pull it off. You pull it off the pads and it's fine. You try to focus with the pads in that little circle. It just hates it. Okay. I mean, we should be good for that. And comes the fun part. Getting the connector on the thing. And of course, I lose my tweezers when I need them the most. There is a set anyway. Alright. Get you on your little pads here. Don't you like your home? Go to your home. Okay. It's off just a tiny, tiny bit. Just a bit. That should work. Just need a little tap-tap-a-roo. Let's see here. I think that should be good. Do the old flashlight test here. Yeah, it's a little canted. Little canted. Let's see. I think what I need to do. I think that should be fine. I don't know. That should be alright. Let's just go with it. What's the worst that could happen? YOLO. Blind you with that. I don't know, maybe we should. We'll get a better view like this. Good thing is that I can pay a little bit more attention. So we're doing the same thing. We're heating from underneath the bottom of the board. We're going to try to wet the solder down. And then if everything goes to plan, you should kind of see the connector kind of like float into place through the surface tension. So I shouldn't really have to touch it. And all I'm really looking for is just that flux on the board to start bubbling. There you go. You can see the solder wetting. Connector kind of moved down. Alright, well, we'll call that a tack. And then I'll probably hit it with some more flux here in a second. And really make sure those pins are on there. I don't have to go through and test every single one of these pins individually. Oh, that's looking pretty good though. Just off the top, looking pretty good. Surprisingly, that one went on really easily. So far, I say that so far. It's looking good though. I think I have maybe one or two like right here at the end. Like this guy like right here is looking a little light on solder, but feels pretty solid, but I got to get a better view. I think I might be good actually. I'm going to let the board cool. Do a quick inspection of the other side, make sure I didn't completely fuck shit up, which I'm always afraid of. Yeah, I just got to go fix that one cap, and that's going to be easy. But as far as I can tell, everything there looks great. That's the IC that controls all the touch inputs, all the buttons and the D-pad and all that. They route through that. That right there, this guy is the actual, this is the anti-piracy chip. So this is what kind of like validates that you're using official hardware with official games. And this is just a power management IC. It's a really important one because it delivers like every single voltage rail on the board to CPU, GPU, all that stuff. So if this goes, your shit's not going to work. And just, you know, all the passes around that are pretty sensitive when you heat from underneath. And it wouldn't be the first time that I've floated a few off, but the only damage I've done is this. You can see that one little crooked guy right there at the top, right next to the big old adductor. This guy right here in the box. He's a little crooked. Yeah, board's still a little warm, but I think I should be able to do an inspection. Okay, let's get you back on the bench here. Oop, don't want to unscrew my microscope. And let's see here. Okay, so now we got to put autofocus back on. This is where the autofocus comes in huge handy. Yeah, like it's still a little crooked. Damn it. It's just a little crooked. But crooked is okay as long as, yeah, so you could see in the back, I'm seeing some of these pins look like they're probably not connected. So I'm probably going to have to add some more flux, and then I don't know. That felt kind of solid. I just don't like it when you see that brass. But no, they're good. Those are good. See, like I'm nudging on these, like, get the autofocus off again. So like what you want to do is you're going to come in after you solder these pins down, then you just take this, I have a little dental pick. Really wish I had a finer tip, but you just kind of go to each of these pins and you just very gently nudge on them. It doesn't take much pressure, so if they aren't soldered, you'll see them float or move. And you don't need to touch them very much. And right now, all of these are looking good, which is frankly pretty good for me because I usually have to hit this with air at least twice. Yeah, even that guy, which okay. Wow, all those are solid. Solid as a rock. Let's see, where are you? Okay, now you are out of focus. Ooh, oh, nope, I see one. I don't know if you can spot it, but I spot one right away. Let's see if we can't. See this guy right here, second from the right? it's hard to tell, but you could see, like, just see how it's moving right there, just that little wiggle. He needs to get soldered. But we'll start from the left and move all the way down. Solid, 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 good, solid, solid, solid. Yeah, these are all looking just fine. So this guy right here, just need a little bit of solder, a little bit of flux, and we're good. What's up, Fuff? Good to see you, bud. Come on, autofocus. There we go. So we said this guy right here at the end. Yeah, it was off just a little tiny bit, but it should be just fine. Yep. And you could see, like, see how it just wiggles just a tiny bit. Little wiggle. And this guy right here doesn't move, and this guy right here does not move. But this guy, this little son of a bitch, decided he wanted to make my life a little bit more difficult. But that is all right. I'll take one rather than 30, which has happened before, and it's not always a good feeling when you got to reheat this thing several times to get it working. Fresh little flux here. Okay. Enough. All right, Fuff. Jeez, bud. Hold your load there. Just you make, us '90s kids. We learned how to take care of ourselves with JPEG porn that downloaded it all of 1 kilobyte an hour. So you had to hold things off. Let's see here. Okay. So I actually already have my favorite tip on the soldering iron for this job. And oops, let's not melt the cable. Okay, I actually probably need it. Grab actually I'm going to use my Pokey Jammy. I like my Pokey Jammy because it's got I could press a non-pointy surface onto it. And just heat this up one more time. Okay, now I can see that some of that solder crept up onto that pin, so I think we should be good here. Huzzah! Not moving. Not moving. Still not moving. Okay. So we got to clean up our work now because leaving flux on the board is just lazy. A little rubbing alcohol on a Q-tip. Just go through here and scrub a dub on the board. Should pick up most of it, you can see. If a little gets left on, it's not that big of a deal, but it just sucks if somebody else has to work on it and the board's all sticky and gross looking. Takes like 5 seconds to clean all this crap off. Over here is looking a little dirty too. Grab that. Yeah, let's just do this real quick. A little toothbrush action. I bet you are familiar, Fuff. Bet you are. Okay. Yeah, lump nice and shiny, just like your head. Oh, see, this bothers the crap out of me. And like, if it wasn't such a sensitive area, like, see how like it's just, ugh, it's out of line. Oh, it bothers me so much. Like, I need to nudge this down or nudge this up. God dang it! I really wish they would put little guidance marks. Like, see, I'll see if I could find one. Blah 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 blah. I think is it one on here? No, is it one on here? Yeah. See, like how you got these little brass alignment marks, and they don't do it for these connectors, and it would be freaking awesome if they did. But yeah, this I thought I had got it pushed in the spot. I could have. I guess the solder could have sucked it out of position, but I am not going to mess with it, honestly, because the more you mess with these things, the more likely you are to just destroy half your freaking board. I might not even touch this. I might have to, though. You know, it's not a hard fix. I might as well. What say you? What say you? Let's see here. I'm going to do a little sanity check. Okay, we got our meter in continuity mode, and for those not familiar, which I'm sure anybody in this channel right now is familiar, means when I touch my multimeter leads together, they make a nice little beep, just like that. So I don't think, no, I think that's both. I think that's a ground plane that's on right here. This guy right here. Pretty sure it is. And oh, god dang. That's what happens when I do this without a board holder. Oh, that's the ground plane. That's not. So I want to see if these two are connected. They are. But I don't. Well, I think it's okay because these are the output. Yeah, they're fine to be connected. I'm just. Do I fix it or not? That's the question. Just it's the output for the inductor, so I don't really want to mess with it, to be honest. Yeah, see, it's you guys are having you always have the internal battle. Lumpy's the angel on my shoulder, and Fuff is the devil. Cause the devil wants me to fix it. The angel goes, "Stop, cause it's working." Yeah. Meh. I'll leave it. Yeah, and Lumpy, it is just crooked as hell. I'm so pissed off about that. But fuck it. So we're just gonna say that's good because I am not wanting to mess with it. Let's see here. See, is that this light? Let's turn this light off real quick. Yeah, it is. Wow, that's a bright ass light, brighter than I thought. Hey, Lumpy, if it works, half a repair is all I need, right? Half a repair is all I need. So let's just let's get her back in this casing here, and Let's see if we can get the screen to come on again. Okay. So the other thing about these connectors is that the pins in them are like the most fragile thing in the world. That went in just beautifully. So that's a, fuck it. It's a little crooked lump. You ain't wrong. But you know what? You know what? Looking pretty good. It's hard to see. Let's see, Fuff, maybe you can see what I'm talking about with how this thing just doesn't want to focus right for me. All right, so this is the LCD connector. This connector right here is the digitizer. Okay, and down here, now this connector I'm working on right now, there's a daughter board. This daughter board right here actually holds the connector for the backlight. So the power comes from the main board through this ribbon cable down here, all the way over the daughter board. And when I originally got this connector was what I thought was the main issue, and I replaced it and fixed it, and then discovered that the guy also screwed up the LCD connector. On top of which, he managed to mangle a micro switch that does the shoulder buttons. So, you know, I call myself an idiot a lot, but take a look at some of the stuff these people do and makes me feel a little bit better about myself. All right, that should be good. Ah, damn it. And I did what I didn't want to do. Let's show you what I hate, why I hate these connectors. All right. So you can see it just got, when I pushed it down, it just nudged itself out of place. There we go. It's just got to get squished back in right. Thankfully, I'm very well versed in these things by now. I hope I just did not destroy that cable, because that would be bad. Looking good. Okay, looking good. All right, let's see here. Put you back on, do this. Boop. Yeah, maybe so. Boy, I just cannot win with my lighting. I wish, was it this guy? I don't know. I've got to figure something out. Let's see here. I need a screwdriver. Make my life a little easier. I like to put one screw in the board just to keep things stuck together. Then we got to squish the power connection on. And the reason you do this last is because if you short anything in this connector, this backlight connector can throw 17 volts to places where 17 volts should not go. So you don't want to do that, really. Okay, so moment of truth here, I guess. Ha ha ha! Yes! Turn this off real fast. Success! There we go. Fully functioning now. Great success, yes? My wife, her vagine, hangs like sleeve of wizard. All right. Well, that's a great way to start this day. Glad I listened to myself and just said, fuck that connector, because fuck that connector. It's working. Now I just got to put everything back together, which has also reminded me that I lost the shoulder button in a giant box of crap. So now I got to find that. And I'm also missing a speaker for this thing. Uh-oh. Well, I've just gone down. Sorry, folks. I'll be right back. Oh, Lord. No, that's not good. Yeah, that wasn't good. If I mention I'm not organized, everything's falling apart. But I found the shoulder button at least. Oh, Lord, did I lose the spring on it? I did not. Holy cow, that's crazy good. Well, let's see if my webcam's going to come back up now. Hey! Okay. Well, you know, I'd like to remind all my viewers out there that the name of my channel is An Idiot Repairs, and I am, in fact, an idiot. Okay, now I've got to find the button that I just found. There it is, okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. Well, tell your neighbor to come talk to me, Lumpy. Maybe we'll be able to work out a deal. Okay, so I think we're looking good. I mean, I just basically got to throw all the ribbon cables back in and put all the screws in the right places and put the correct amount of thermal paste on, and we'll be buttoned up on this one. So let's see here. We got this guy right here is our Joy-Con. You see? Oh, you can't even see. So let's maybe zoom out a little bit. I think that should be good. So this is the Joy-Con and the Joy-Con connector. Probably one of the few on the board that doesn't break if you look at it wrong. Although I've had a few go on me, but on the full-size switches, not the light. See? These guys tend to be pretty sturdy. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, that's right. I needed a son of a bitch. I need missing a speaker. Well, that's a speaker, but not a working one. Oh, shoot. Yeah, soldering. All right, I'll turn you off. Okay, so I've got a speaker I've got to go find now. I think I was a dumbass with this one. I think I ruined the speaker connection on this one. I have to replace it with a working one, which I should have frickin' plenty. Yeah, oh, actually, no, I used it on another. That's right. Okay. I threw it on my test board. Okay. But yeah, see, I don't know, like, I don't know if you guys can see like this, like, I don't know what the heck this guy was doing. I've never really seen these things get damaged before. It's just cosmetic, but nobody will ever know, but that just bothers the crap out of me. Too anal about this stuff. Before I go too crazy, gotta home button's working. Okay, you're all good. Okay. 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 I think anybody who's flown micro drones is very familiar with these JST connectors and how much they fucking suck. And you just do not want to cooperate with me, do you? You need to go the way I want you to go. Oh, come on. Stop being a pain. Just go in your hole. Can't find the hole. There we go. Found the hole. Okay. He's in there good. More coffee. Coffee's getting cold, so I'll need a refill. Alright. Now I gotta hook up the fan. This little guy right here. Let's get you back in frame. This little guy right here, which always gets trapped underneath the board. He is your fan. This is the fan. In case you had no idea what a fan looks like, this is a fan. It goes brrr, but quietly. Because if it does go brrr, you've got a problem. Alright. Well, handy dandy alignment marker tells me I'm good, so I just close the bail and call it a day. That should be it. Now I just need to hook up my Wi-Fi. Pretty fly for a Wi-Fi. Oh, IPX. Why do you gotta suck? There we go. Alright, yeah, you gotta like make sure you're grabbing these things by this little tiny little brass boot, not the cable. And we just gotta. Oh, these little wires are kind of a pain. Don't really want to be using metal on these. Slide her on in. Squish you off this side here, like so. And technically, it's supposed to route under the board, but it never really works out that way. And they're just fine like this, honestly. We are ready for screws. Oh, wait, no. We have. Now, Mr. Lump, you gotta hook your game card reader in. And this is probably the easiest freaking ribbon cable on the board. Bam, done. Love it. Love it. Okay. So now begins the process of adding in all the screws. Or, actually, I'm going to learn my, learned long ago that before you start going crazy with screws, you got to frickin' test everything. Because if you don't, you're going to put everything back together and then figure out a button doesn't work or the game card reader doesn't work. And then you got to do it all over again. And boy, does rework suck. Okay. It's gonna. Wow. I don't like these cases, man. That's either this guy just was not kind and stripped these posts, or they're just crap, and they're just probably just crap. Cheap China crap. It looks cool though. I'll give him that. It looks pretty freaking cool. Oh, that's the other thing. I think this guy, when I got it, all the screws were put in the wrong places too, so that's just no bueno. All right, so grab a SDE game. Okay. I'm gonna turn you on. All right, so we're just gonna do a quick little input test here, just to verify that everything is working. Okay, so checking the speaker out. Okay, speaker seems fine. Wow, there's a lot of games on this thing. I wonder if any of them work. So we go. Let's just do this because I got to figure out something better for these lights. All right, so your system settings. It's, I don't know. Can you see that? Can you guys see that? I told you the freaking autofocus on this thing is not good. All right, so your system settings on your switches will, they all have menu items to go test your controllers. So your controllers and sensors, and then you come down here to test input devices and test controller buttons, and now we can just hit all the buttons on the board and make sure everything works. B, A, X, Y, plus. Oh, I didn't hook, yeah, shoot. Well, I'm a little ahead of myself. Oh, the left click is good. I think I tried this button already, but we'll do it one more time. Yeah, right button's working. Unfortunately, I didn't hook up the bumper, so. All right, so now we're on the other side. We go left button, working. See? Look at that. Right bumper's not working. Up, down, left, right, and now the right's not working. And then picture, and then picture's not working. Son of a bitch. Minus is working. Ugh. Oh, it means that the flex cable is not right. Okay. And that is exactly why we test. I'm just gonna do this real quick. I think the stick is fine. Oh, the stick's not even working. Wow. Cool. Very cool. Well, the button click is registering. Ah, crap. I think I just turned it off, didn't I? Is the backlight working? No, I probably just turned it off. Volume's working. Okay, that's working. But we still have a problem. Yeah. Cool. Well, we get to diagnose why most of my buttons on the daughter board aren't working now. That's just exactly what I wanted to be doing with this thing. Well, the home screen works. That's a good thing. I think I just lost a screw, which is amazing. Cool. Well, we got to go on a journey, folks, and figure out why I don't have input on most of these things on my daughter board, which generally means I've got a problem with the flex connector. I might have a problem with the The STM chip, which I pointed out before, which is what handles all the input. I don't really know. Just looking, I thought I might have lost a screw, but just in case, we're gonna I got a magnetic pad. I can stick these to. It's a lot easier. Okay. Cool. Well, this is always a fun journey, folks, so you gotta join me on it. Now, let's see here. The first thing that we're gonna look at is the connector itself. So let's just get the microscope going here. Listen, Lump, don't you tell me how to do my job. Or actually, Fuff. Let's see here. That's looking a little wonky, but I don't think that's going to cause a problem. Besides, this flex is just for the power and the volume buttons. So really, it shouldn't be the reason why my shoulder button's not working. All right, let's see here. Oh, I am all the way out. All right, I need more coffee before I start this because this is never fun. I'm guessing I damaged the flex connector. I'm probably gonna have to put another one on, but let's not get ahead of ourselves just quite yet. All right. So we're gonna yeah, the pad looks fine, so that's what the button looks like, and you can see that this pad right here, it follows this line. So so cramped. Let's buzz things out, make sure we're getting to where we need to be. All right, again, meter and continuity node. I touch my probes together. When I have a circuit, they beep. Doesn't matter what's what, but let's do this real quick. Just make sure I don't knock into those screws. All right, so I said that this pad right here should hook into this guy. Bam. Okay. And make sure that this guy's not ground. He is not. This guy should be, right? Yeah. So now I should be able to, if I come down here, find where the pad up top connects through this little guy right here by just touching. Okay. All right, so we said it was 4 from the right here. So now, then we're going to follow it to this guy. Now I have a feeling it's just not, maybe it's just not pressing down right. Take another quick look at this connector before I start going crazy. Yeah, that's pretty flat. Oh yeah, and one most important thing that we forgot to do is we've got to disconnect the power. This little, you can see these power leads underneath here. Just uh-oh, is that a shit? There we go. You don't want to have power connected while you're doing this because it's going to be, oh man, did I ruin that cable? I don't think I did. I might have. It's very possible I might have. Come on. Yikes. And I don't know if y'all can see this, but this trace right here is not looking so hot. But I don't think that's it. I think this pin is what connects to the bumper. We're about to find that out. Do I have a connection? No. Okay. Is that broken up? See, I can't tell if that's broken as well. That's 3. I mean, they still look good. All right, let's do this. So zoom back out. Okay, then we're gonna go 4, right? 4. Yeah, see, it's not making it to the other side, which is not good. So I either have a flex cable issue or I have a connector problem. The other thing I can do is I could actually take a look on the inside, but since I wasn't all right, well, I'm inspecting this connector right now just to see if the pins are okay. And yeah, they're pretty much pristine. It's hard for me to point this out, but you can see the little brass pins in this connector right here. If any of them are shoved in the wrong spot, that's not a good thing. But so what we're going to do now is see if we can't see if there's continuity from the bumper to this ribbon cable. And it's looking a little mangled, but I think it's fine. Like, it looks fine. This guy right here is looking a little shitty, but yeah, I don't know. So we're gonna go boop. Yeah. Look at that. I should be hearing a beep, and I'm not. Very interesting. Could be this cable too. When I first bought this thing, later, Fluff. Good seeing you. Thank you for dropping by. Zero stars if you could. Well, come on, Lump. You could at least give me like a half a star. Yeah, see like how that thing is all crooked? Oh, dang it. Yeah, okay. Well, I don't like that. So I think that I don't want to say that's the issue. I want to say that's the issue because if it's the issue, it's amazingly easy to fix. This is also another stripped screw post. All right, so let's see here. I wonder if I can get this in a little straight. Actually, no, before we do all that, let me just verify that he didn't screw up this damn connector. Because he did a really good job on the other one, so it wouldn't really surprise me to learn that he broke some of the pins in this guy too. No, they're looking okay. They're looking okay. Yeah, they're looking okay. So let's get you back in. Still looks like it's crooked. It's the weird thing. But I don't. All right, so that's looking straighter now. Now do I have a connection? And let's find out. Easy quick test. Nope. Still nothing. Wow, it is just. Boy, I don't know what to say. It really feels like. It should be this guy right here. Should be. Look, it's the other side. And it's not. I mean, we can clear. So, like, if I touch my backlight circuit, which. Yeah. See, like, that sort of makes sense. Is there anything visible on the other side of the cable, maybe? Cable issue? That should be fine. Yeah, you could see, like, yeah, there's that break right there, which is not very good. it's not looking too clever. I thought I had another one of these around here somewhere. Let's see here. It's got all these spare parts just flung around everywhere. And this one, I don't know if this one's good or not, but bought some these spare ribbon cables, and wasn't really too impressed with the quality of them. This one's looking a little worse for wear too. But I think the overall, yeah, no. That's the same. You could see all those broken connections on this thing. But if it's got a connection, it's got a connection, I guess. You know, just hold it at the top there and do a little quick run on the other pads, and yeah, you could. Let's get this out of the way here real quick. Pretty short. This one's dead. Oh, it's such a pain in the butt to test these things. Zoom out. Yeah, I can. Okay. All right, so grab this guy. Ugh, no, get back in the frame. Ah, son of a bitch. Okay, got that. Might just have to break out the tape here in a second. All right. There we go. Okay, so I needed this guy. Oh. Yeah. Oh, that's a good sign. All right, we could try that and see if maybe it's just the cable that's broken on this board. So let's see here. Not the best thing in the world I could be doing, but what we want to do is just slide it in. Okay. All I want to test here, see, this is why I don't like these things, is I don't know if you can tell, it's hard for y'all to tell how much force I'm having to use to get these things in here. It's like the thickness of the flex is just like a freaking 1/10 of a millimeter too thick. Okay. All right, let's do a sanity check. So we've got beeps, beeps, and beeps. Yeah, so now if I plug this guy, this is where it starts to get a little hairy because all right, so we heard that the pad went all the way through to the cable. See, like, it's just... I hate forcing these things to work. Yeah. I don't like these cables. And they don't like me. It's because they're meant to be like folded in a specific way that makes this a lot easier to get lined up, but because they're not it's not folded yet, it's just a giant pain in my butt. And I don't really feel like resoldering this connector on again. Oh, I know this is probably boring as shit for everybody. Oh, wait. What the heck? Oh, is my microscope dead? Yeah, my microscope died on y'all. What the heck? Huh, that's weird. Sorry, folks. I guess when my thing unplugged before, didn't fire back up right. All right. Now that's the other problem with these fucking things is that, see, it's just too thick. Too thick. There we go. Okay. Okay. Don't you know? Slide on in, nice and easy, like. Grab my little plastic tool here. This just does a better job, to be quite honest. Covers the whole connector, and I could just get a nice even pressure. But see, like how that side just does not want to stay in there. Okay, so now, a moment of truth. Do we have continuity? Let's just do the quick and dirty test. No. We do not. Really? Huh, we don't, because I plugged the wrong effing cable in. Because I'm an idiot. And folks, again, just another reminder, you'll say this a lot, I am an idiot. And that's why my stream is called An Idiot Repairs. So I plugged the wrong cable in. This is the cable I needed. Okay, let's get you better situated here. Boy, you just don't. You really, really, really don't want to work for me, do you? A little bendy will help. Sometimes it helps a little bit. The other problem is that this other cable is getting in my way. Don't really want power touching that either. Okay, let's try this again here. There we go. Nope. Off by one. Off by one again. Oh, watch me struggle. I just want to verify it's the cable. Why? Why do you not want to work for me? This all boils back to what I was saying. This aftermarket flex cable is like just the tiniest bit too thick, so it's like it never really wants to slot in there, right? You gotta be real fucking careful that you don't bend these effing pins. I'm gonna do a little trick here and get a slight bend of the cable. That should help it lie a little flatter. Come on. Why do you not want to go in? Don't you want to go to your home? You don't want to go to your home? Boy, it just does not want to fucking slot in there. Come on, you little bitch. Get. Now I'm going way out of frame too. Huh. Why? Why are you such a pain? You know what? We're going to do it this way. Might be easier plugging in the daughter board second. I have less in the way over there. See? I shouldn't have to do this. It should just slide in pretty much perfectly in line with the port. No, very, very, very little pressure needed. Okay, we got that done. Sorry for my fingers getting in the way there. Okay. Now, that out of the way. All right. Oops. Got you in the frame again. All right. There we go. It's the same thing with this side too, is that, boy, It's just a little too thick. Shake that. Boy, shake that. Okay. Okay. Connectors on there, good. A little blurry for y'all, I'm sorry, but let's just do the quick and dirty again. Yeah, nothing. Nope. Okay. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna run another test here, and we are going to basically just kind of get her running again. Go back to the input. Okay, let's just do this real quick for y'all, so you're not in the dark here about what I'm doing. Pull you out of the way. Oh man, is this frozen too? Dude, I don't know why my input sources keep freezing like this. Yeah, there we go. I don't know. I got a learning process, folks. Sorry for the technical difficulties here. I just don't really know what I'm freaking doing, so. Alright, so these little bumper things have these really annoying springs built into them that can get dislodged, and if you lose them, they don't work. It's hard to see. There's a little spring like right here, and everything's got to slot in, so I don't know. F. What the heck? Oh, F me. That one broke too now? Gotta do another micro? Son of a... Boy, this thing just keeps getting better. I was expecting this to be one of my easy ones today. No. Might be able to get it to work. Switch is still good, but the problem is I can't press the button and get the thing to slide in at the same time. There we go. Okay. Saveable. I do have a spare micro switch if I need it. I just rather not have to frickin' do it. Okay. Okay, that's hooked in. Just gotta screw it down now. One more. Alright, so that's the bumpers attached. The bumper and shoulder button are back, and now They're both clicking, so I guess we're just going to hook in power, which is the nicest thing about testing flex cables is this is easy to hook in now. Okay, well, we're good. So let's turn the power on here. Fill this light so I can get a... Okay, we got power. Yep. It was the flex cable, folks. It was the flex cable. So go back to controllers and sensors. Test input devices, test controller buttons. Now before we were having a problem with the right shoulder, left shoulder button. That's working. That's working. Working. Oh, wait. Let's do this real quick. Try this again. So we go up, left, down. Yeah, we've got a problem still. See how the volume is coming on when I hit the down button? Bleh. Bleh, 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 bleh. Oh. Might have just been a... Oh. See? Now that's clicking the left. Wow. Okay, we've got an issue. Minus works. What about you? And the frickin' picture button right here isn't working either. You should hear it take a screenshot when I click that. But I think I got most of it working. So it could just be a damaged flex cable still. This, like I said, this flex cable is not the greatest, so... Is my microphone even working? Yeah, my microphone's still working, okay. Well, the only thing I could really do is I could take this board out and then test it in another working console. But this is kind of a boring fix because I don't know. I don't know if I want to keep diddling around with a flex cable all frickin' afternoon. I fucking hate this connector. I swear to God, these connectors right here are the bane of my existence. Oh, what is wrong with you? Why? And see, like it's the signals be crossed. Stick is fine. Well, at least the stick is fine. Okay. Let's see here. I guess what I could do, I could take this out and I could throw it into another case that I know is working. Boy. These are the worst issues ever. Damn, I thought this was fine too, like... Well, you know, this is what I said. Like, this is why before I get everything all the way back together again, I go through that damn input test, because I can't tell you how many times I've had this happen to me. And every time I go through it, it's just as much fun. At least I got the LCD connector soldered on pretty much perfectly first go. That's a fucking win, I guess. Not a big win, but a win. Board's functional, which is always good. Could still sort of maybe be having a problem with this connector down here. Do I have these screwed in somewhere else? No. Yeah. Guess this one isn't like... I like the normal switches because it's so much easier to pull the LiPo connector out. Okay. Alright, well, that's a disappointment. I guess I'm going to take a look in the microscope again real fast, even though I'm like convinced that the connector itself is fine. But we'll look just in case. Yeah, see, it's fine. Soldered on okay. Pins aren't bent. Yeah, it's not the connector, it's the cable. And they've got a... This one doesn't have a working display, so that one won't work. Daughter board's already removed on that one, so I can't even just replace that. If I use this one, I'm pretty sure the daughter board on this one is messed up. But you know what? I'll try it. See if maybe I can get the other buttons to work. Alright, so this is one of my old test beds. I do like how nicely that goes in now. Looking good. Yeah, probably. Well, yeah, let's get you back to this guy. Alright, it's probably harder for you all to see. I'm just hooking the digitizer back and making all my connections again. Now, I know there's an issue with this daughter board in particular, and that not all the inputs are working on it. But really, I just want to see if I'm getting the same problem with the cross communication, so to speak. Like when I press down on the D-pad, it should not turn the volume up and down. And when I click on the thumbstick, it shouldn't put the console to sleep like I pressed the power button. You know, it's the little things, right? Okay. Just to make my life a tiny bit easier, I'm going to add a single screw. I'll do that right here. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good. So now, nothing? Did I get power in? No backlight, no nothing? Excuse me? That's not right. Now we have a non-working board? Okay. Now I am confusion. Let's double check on the... And that's in there, alright. Bro, this thing just keeps getting worse. This just keeps getting worse. It's one of those days, I guess, where life just does not want to cooperate with me. Okay, just gonna do a quick little sanity test here. So I got this little amp meter, which is not really in the shot. There you go. So basically, like, this tells me how much current my devices are drawing when I plug it in. Okay, we can see it's working, so we've got that working.
Hey.
Well, it says it's on, but I have no display, no backlight. Nor am I getting any sound out of my speakers. I am seriously confused. I mean, that shouldn't be an issue. I'm just doing a quick little squish in this connector. But the backlight should definitely be working now. Okay, well, that's fucking weird. I bet you I've got to solder that connector on again. Wouldn't doubt it. Let's try you one more time here. Batteries in. See if we get the normal signs of booting. Yeah. There we go. Ah, okay. Maybe I don't know what I did. Is the volume all the way down now? No, but I'm getting no sound now. And that speaker. None of my controls are working on the left-hand side. None of my... Okay, that's all working. I don't know why I'm not getting any sound out of that speaker. I guess it's a dead speaker, maybe? It sounded like it was working before. Alright, well... We're back in controllers and sensors again. We're just going to go, we're going to do the input devices. Down, yep. Yeah, it's something on the... It is 100% something on the motherboard. It's not cable related. That's all working. Minus is working. The bumper's not working now, and we still don't have... Okay, so I have to have an issue with the frickin' flex connector. I mean, I guess it could be, potentially be something wrong with that. Everything's working but the screenshot button now. Fuck. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna reflow the... I'll reflow the flex connector. Oh, there we go. Oh, give me a little bit of a fit. There we go. So I think the speaker's dead too, oddly enough. Which, given the way things have been going with this particular repair, it would not surprise me. Okay, well, at least the board's still good. That's making me feel better about myself. All right, so my probably just BQ. That's a little warm. Yeah, I don't know. The speaker seems not functional. We're just trying to pull it off now. Okay, we'll have to look at that later. So I'm guessing, I don't know. I mean, I guess we just reflow this sucker. Well, Thundy, yeah, it sort of works. We're having an issue where I'm actually not getting some input from some of my buttons, and it's related to either the cable or this connector. And I've looked at this thing so many freaking times, and it's just like, I don't see any bent pins in there. All the legs look soldered. Look on the back of it. Zoom in again. All those legs look soldered. I just don't know. I'm going to have to go maybe even look at the board layer real quick and see if I can't spot anything. Those look fine. And it's the front connector, I thought. So, or maybe the fourth is the back. I can't. All right, back to continuity mode again for the 8 millionth freaking time. When I touch my leads, they beep. Let's get you back into manual focus here. Okay. I think we said it was 4 from the left here. I think that goes to this pad. Okay, so this pad is good. And then do we have a connection up here? I'm checking that microcontroller. I'm not getting a beat, but that might just because I have to follow it up just a little bit more. See if I can't figure out where this guy pops up at. No, wait. Now, what did I say which one it was? I think it was this guy, right? This should be this guy. Cooked into... It's not a ground. So, like, basically... See, I think it's... This guy goes to this resistor. And then this resistor, does this guy go anywhere? So I'm not getting anything on that chip up there, which I don't really necessarily know if it goes all that way. But honestly, like, yeah, see, it's just, I might have broke something with this. Like, it's just not wanting to. I might just replace it just to fucking replace it. It's just not happy right now. Just see how much there's all that play. And then that one end of the bail is just looking like shit. God, it's such an annoying connector. I mean, it looks fine though. Looks absolutely fine. All these test points should, I believe, like have a corresponding pin up on this connector. Yeah. Let's see, 3. This should be 5. I think. Where's it? This guy right here. Yeah, not number 4, but that bigger one right next to 4. Yeah, there we go. So these should be all the front pins. Yeah, see, they're fine. Do we have connections to the back here? It's a ground. This might be a ground right here. It'll be this guy though. This pin to this guy. That's a ground. Yeah, ground. And this guy, which is this guy. And this guy, I think, is another ground. No? 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 Any of these? Okay. Well, that's got a connection. Ground? No? This guy doesn't seem to be connected to anything. Oh, we do have connection in the back. But I'm not seeing it come through. I think that's a ground plane though. It's not. I just don't know where it goes. None of these will be right, but just in case, test anyway. Yeah, it's all battery shit. I'd have to look up on the board view where that goes because I really just don't know off the top of my head. This should be this guy right here. I think this guy. So wait, is it this one that connects to that pad? This one? Yeah. I mean, it seems like it's soldered on just fine, you know? Hmm. And I'm like just convinced that I ruined the flex cable. Kind of want to maybe put some. Let's do this real fast. One, we're gonna dump a little alcohol on there. Grab my toothbrush. Just try to maybe. I don't know if there's any flux in this connector, because that top bail is so stiff and it shouldn't be. Like, it should just like, yeah, see like how that just goes up and down so smooth now? I might just bite the bullet and resolder it. But it's moving so much better now. You can see like, yeah, before it was so stiff and now it's not. But I guarantee you, if I hook it back, it's going to be the same issue. Alright, let's do this. Let's just try. Let me just try. I'm going to do this the hopefully slightly easier way. Let's give me some more room here real quick. Let's pull you off, put you over here, and move you up a little bit. Let's just see. This is my test flex cable, which is not, again, it's not my favorite, but it seems to be working. Provided I can get it to line up right. Zoom out a little bit. Okay. So, for all those who might be new, this cable is just, it's a third-party aftermarket cable, and it's like just a literal hair too thick. And these things should literally just slide in with no effort. But this one, because the back of this is just a little too thick, I really got to work it in. And it makes me so nervous every time I do this, because these pins will just bend with the right amount of pressure. And then once you bend a pin, you pretty much ruin the connector. I mean, you could make it work, but if you're doing a lot of rework and you got to take it in and out a lot, it's going to just stress it and break. See, I just don't like, see how I'm having to like jimmy it in there? It should not be like that. But it works. Alright, so we're going to just do another quick test here. I really think it's going to be the same problem. Might just replace that STM chip, even though I don't think that's the issue. Yes. Do this, this. Let's get you back up. So we gotta just kind of get everything slotted back in. It's looking okay. Looking okay. It's not happy about something though. A button poking up or something. No, you're all good. You're all good. You're fine. Huh. Usually those switch lights are the ones that don't give me any issues. There we go. Oh, it's probably this thing. Yeah. There we go. Okay. So, once again, this process of hooking in and unhooking. It's the LCD digitizer. And battery in. Without the battery, it won't work. All right. I'm going to do a screw again just because it makes my life easier. Okay, the board's held into place, and now I should be able to turn it on. Got a Nintendo screen. We already know the board boots, but yeah, that speaker must be dead. Alright, well, the big test really is this, which I know it's not going to work, but yeah, multimeter, I know you want to be turned off. Okay, you're off. Are you happy now? Yep, see like how the volume button, and that's clicking on the left. I can't tell if it's the cable now or... Well, that's good. That's working. So we've got issues, but I think it's just flex cable related now. I'm gonna... Ugh. Yeah, we've got like crossed wires somehow. Alright, so I might just need to order a new flex cable. Because everything's working. That's all working. So we just have some crossed inputs. And that is almost always just going to be flex cable related. So I might just put some more flexes on order and put this one aside for now. It's working for the most part, which is good, but yeah, we still have those minor issues to take care of. And just to show you that I think it's 100% flex cable related, we'll put the old one back. And if I put the old one back, then what should happen is I shouldn't have those buttons work anymore for me. And if they do work again, then maybe it is the connector. But yeah, so we'll hook you in So you see, it's hard for you to see with the overhead camera, but that thing it literally just slid in with like zero effort. Let me see if I can't show you all the other side how it should look like when I get this working right. Okay, so we're just gonna double check to make sure. I just want to make sure that the bales are in good spots. That looks good to me. Cable looks fine. Okay, we'll go to the other side now. And so basically, we should actually, I might be able to harvest a cable from another console, but still, I'm like not 100% convinced it's the cable. I mean, I know the cable has some to do with it because we weren't getting continuity before from the bumper to the other side. All right. Yeah, see, like how I could just use my thumb, my finger right there, and it like basically just went in with no resistance. That's how it should be, and that's why I think those aftermarket cables. I mean, they're the right pinout, but just a little off in the tolerance. It's too thick. But I'm thinking that what's going to happen here is, see, like we know on this side, go back to continuity mode. Do I have to say it again? I touched the probes together and they beep. So it's this pin right here, this fourth pin. This one represents the shoulder button or the bumper button, which is what started all this off. And I wasn't. Yeah, see, I'm still not. Yeah, no continuity. So what's going to happen is when I boot this and I go back to that input tester, it's not going to. The bumper's not going to work. In fact, I was pretty sure most of the buttons on this didn't work. Oh, look, now I'm not even getting any sound. Huh. Now the sound completely stopped working, unless I destroyed the speaker, which I don't think I did. Okay, so the bumper wasn't working before. Still not working. Shoulder button's fine. Let's see, yeah, see, now that's not working. That's not working. And the minus button's not working, so it's, yeah. It's the cable. I'm convinced of it. Which is fine. We'll just have to put a new one on order or it's harvest from another console. I don't feel like fucking with this thing anymore today because it's already pissing me off to the point where I'm done with it. I want to move on to something else because I hate dealing with cable issues. I really do. It's just boring and a giant pain in the ass. But what I do have something fun that just showed up. Okay. All right, folks. Well, I don't want to dox this guy, so I'm not going to put him on camera, but I will show you, and maybe we'll just all go through this together. We'll do a little unboxing here. And we've got some stuff to look at. All right. What could it be? What could it possibly be? All this stuff. All right. What's in box number 1? Can you all guess what this could possibly be? It is a Nintendo Switch dock. And missing, which I already knew. What the heck is that on the bottom of this thing? Okay, well, that's a sticker for sure. I don't know what you want to be throwing in the waste bin. But oh no, well, I'm an idiot. I must have knocked out my power. No, I didn't knock out my power. Oh man, I hope my frickin' stream doesn't die. I gotta get a better setup going before I do this again. Is my wire? Yeah, my mic's still working at least. Okay. Alright, well, I don't know. I think he said the doc is working on this one. Fucking okay. I mean, it's missing the, there should be a cover right here. But this is all looking pretty, yeah, all nice and solid. Okay. Just boring little dock, which means that next up we should have, what do we got here? What do we got? We've got a power brick. Boy, I don't know what this, I don't know if y'all can see this purple shit is. People do the weirdest stuff to their shit, I swear. It's a little marked up, but it's just a power brick. Ugh. Bent a little bit. It's always good. Okay, and then the piece de resistance. Oh no. There we go. All right. What do we got? Can you guess what it is? Of course, it's another Nintendo effing Switch. Because Saturday is for Switches. This thing, oh my lord. Is that a screen protector too? Oh, it gets better. This is in gorgeous shape. The back's a little scratched up. This is a little damaged. I'm missing a screw, which is never an effing good sign. Usually means someone was in this. We do not have a free SD card. And no free game. Okay, so does it turn on? I'm not getting any response. All the screws are in the Joy-Con rail. Joy-Con rail looks okay. More of that purple shit. The other side, we have all the screws in the Joy-Con rail. Looks pretty good. Okay, so now we got to bust out the microscope and take a look at the USB port. And let's turn my light on. Okay, looking pretty healthy in the USB port. Looking pretty healthy. And I'm going to give it a little wiggle test here real quick. Okay, I feel pretty good to plug in my ammeter. And for those that are new, oh, actually, before I go too far, I do want to do this real fast. I've got some screws I'd like to clear up, because if I don't, I'm going to forget about them. And not a huge deal, but not a fun deal at the same time. These little screws go to the switch light I was just working on. Kind of like to keep things together. Sometimes it takes me a week or two to finish up a build or a repair. I really only do this on the weekends as a hobby. Okay. Grab you, grab you. Another sip of coffee here, some brain juice. Okay, actually, all right, so we're going to bring this in the frame here. So this little guy, he has a USB ammeter. Basically, what it'll tell me is the current that's flowing with the device. And with a Nintendo Switch on an official charger, what you want to see is 15 volts at the top, and then you should see the amp jump between 0.47 to like 0.2, and then it should shut back off and then turn back on again, and then go from 0.47 to around like 0.7, 0.8, depending on the screen brightness. What we're looking for is the turn back on, turn back off, because that means the board's booting and working. And if we don't see that, you got some problems. 15 volts, no amps. Okay. Could be a couple of things. Could be a couple of things. Could be a couple of things. But what I like to do now, and I'm going to go do this on a different computer, I'm going to go plug this into my other PC and just see if maybe it picks up on the Tegra. This one might be a hackable console. Oh, it is a great effing shape too. So you're taking a walk with me to my other PC real fast. I got a neat little program over here that lets me dump payloads and stuff, but really all I want to do is just see if I can get it to beep. That might be because the battery's dead. Not getting a beep. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to open a baby up here, and we'll take a look inside. I'm going to test with a known working battery and see if we can get the thing to show some signs of life. Okay, so Nintendo is famous for using these things called tri-wing screws. So we're going to start with a tri-wing tip here. Now, considering there's one less screw, my guess is that somebody's already been inside this thing, and we'll know right away once we get into it. So we got 4 of these. Supposed to have 4 of these tri-wing screws. They are a little stiff, which is usually a good sign. Uh-oh. Son of a bitch. Yeah, we got a problem. Stripped. And usually when they're just stripped, I won't be able to get it out. And unfortunately, because it's recessed, I can't grind it off. I mean, I might just end up breaking the plate. What we're going to do here, we're going to get the rest of them out, and then we'll deal with that in a minute. Okay, so when taking the switches apart, these middle Phillips heads on the Joy-Con rails are the only ones that you need to remove. Then you have one Phillips head up top. I wonder if you went to go fix it stripped the screw, lost the other one, and just said fuck it and put it up on eBay. Anyway, we got two more Phillips in the bottom. Let's not lose that. Okay. So let's not lose that. One more Phillips right here. Oof. Don't like that. Okay. Then we've got a hidden one. Well, we're supposed to have a hidden Phillips right there, but we don't. So in all honesty, I literally might have to break this if I want